Hello, everyone, I am Laro Gao. Before the video begins, let's talk about the sales around our 5th anniversary, which will be over soon. Thank you for your long-term support. So let's start today's program, and today we will talk about the experts who closed the door. The movie The Legend of the Master has been released recently. I don't know if you have watched it. It is said that Fanshao is very good. Ordinary is also great. I don't remember it again, so I went out. This comic was more than 30 years ago, when many viewers may not have been born yet. Even if you have read this comic, you may not remember it clearly in the past 30 years. So this time, with this movie being released, let's reuse these masters of the magical work that closed down 30 years ago. Guanluan Masters serialized between 1990 and 1996. 24 full versions of 31 volumes in a single line. Until February this year. Global issuance volume exceeds 17 million. The author is Jing Shangshan Shonyan. 56 years old this year. A famous Japanese cartoonist. The Master of Guanluan is his early work. This year's movie is also directed by his screenwriter. The Master of Guanluan can be said to be in the 1990s. A representative work of Japanese comics. The 1990s was the golden age of Japanese comics. Comics in that period. Including, for example, The Dragon Pearl. A White Book. Keep a Secret. There is also this Lunka Genshin later. All are works of gods. And The Master of Guanluan. It was the time when I overwhelmed these masterpieces. Become the top card for a young husband. But it and most other very popular comics. It's the highest level in the entire comic. The peak period suddenly resolves. We've talked about it before. Authors who usually serialize comics. They will try their best to extend their stories. Extend the life organization of their work. There will be no one in the whole comic. Ice it when it's hottest. At this point, it's a bit like a ghost killer. But it's more thorough than Demon Slayer. And it is more than 20 years earlier than Demon Slayer. In the 1990s. There is no comic. That's how it ends. So when he ended, it has aroused the popularity of the comics world. Is this comic over? Is it really over? Many people don't believe it. Because from the content of the story, the ending is a bit too sudden. I feel like this hasn't been finished. It can be said later. Why not talk about it? This later the author answered. We'll talk later. And this comic composition. Very practical. As a description of the continuous words of high school basketball. Usually thought. It should be a description of this protagonist. You won't know anything once you enter high school. Going out of basketball. When it's the second year of high school. Grow quickly. Senior year of high school entry phone number. High school graduation ends. It's more reasonable. But this comic is different. This comic describes the protagonist Sakuragi Hanadao. As soon as I entered high school. Going in spring. Then the whole 6 years of comics ended. Only then did he describe the summer of his first year of high school. That is to say, this comic that has been serialized for 6 years. Actually only describes. This is also adaptable to the first half of the semester of high school. Describe 6 months in 6 years. This shows the content of this comic. How centralized compression is. I've indeed read this comic. It should have a feeling. Just read the description of this comic. They are very meticulous. When playing a game. Every move. Every look. Each action. Score every time. There may be very detailed descriptions. So read this comic. Something like A Little While Still. Also due to the author's description. Extremely meticulous. So in the whole comic, a total of 8 games were described. And the last game, the match between Xiangbei and Sano, 20 minutes in the second half, just wrote 4 volumes. That is to say, 1/6 of the entire comic, written for 20 minutes. So the comic is written more. The slower the time, the more quiet. The description is also detailed. The higher the tension. It's the last few milliseconds. A lot of things will happen. Reminds of many scenes. All have been described to you. Okay, let's talk about it next. Contents of this comic. The protagonist of this comic is called A Flower Path. 1.89 meters tall. The promotion was April 1st. I just entered Xiangbei High School. First year high school student. At that time, he was 1.88 meters tall. Very rare red head. When the original intention. He is a bad boy. The gangster fight is very powerful. It is said that it has never been in vain. Looks pretty handsome. But no woman's fate. Confessions to countless girls were rejected. I don't know either. What do you want? What do you want to do? Do nothing every day. Such a person. Then one day. There is a girl rejecting him. So say. I already have someone I like. It's from the high school basketball department. Inoue Takehiko is very angry. What's the best thing to play basketball? Why are they popular? So he hates basketball in particular. At this time, the heroine of the comics Hanamichi Sakuragi, a very beautiful girl, appeared behind Inoue. Do you like basketball? He doesn't know. Inoue Takehiko hates basketball. Inoue Takehiko turns around. When I saw Hanamichi Sakuragi, love at first sight. Say it now. Sprinkle a fire. Akagi Aoko's brother is the captain of Shangbei High School basketball team, called Akagi Takashi. At that time, the North basketball team, recruiting new players. So Akagi Aoko just watch. The Eagle Tree flower path is so high. Sure to play basketball. Just ask him if he wants to join the basketball team. Eaglewood flower talk. Anyway, I'm willing to play basketball. He just put the Eaglewood flower channel. Taken to the stadium. But found the Eagle Tree flower channel. Nothing can be done. Can't shoot. Rules for basketball. Don't know at all. But it seems like a sports genius. How do you know? Just roll basketball over. Catch it. Grab the basketball with one hand. However, he won't shoot. Akagi Aoko said. Or try a slam dunk. Slam dunk is simple. Just close the ball to this basket. He said I'll try it. One jump. The head was on the rebound. Such a sports genius. After seeing the English Ichiro Superman popping up, Akagi Aoko couldn't help but sighed. Wow. It may surpass Liu Chuanfeng. Then at this time, English Flowerway said. Who is Liu Chuanfeng? I know such an annoying guy. Liu Chuanfeng is also a freshman in high school. A basketball genius. Super emerging. Very good in junior high school. Height 1.87 meters. 1 cm shorter than English Flower Path. Born on January 1. The better you are, the better you play basketball. So it attracts female fans to martial arts as soon as they enter high school. Akagi Kyoko also likes him silently. Because Akagi Yoshiko likes Liu Chuanfeng. So Akagi Qingzi hates Liu Chuanfeng very much. Although he didn't know who Liu Chuanfeng was at that time. That means Liu Chuanfeng hates it. Very annoying. Basketball hates. Of course, Akagi as a bad boy. Finally stayed with the basketball team to train basketball. It's also because he likes Akagi. He thinks that as long as he plays basketball, he can surpass Liu Chuanfeng. You should be able to get Akagi's abandonment. So he persisted. The core story of this comic. What about Liu Chuanfeng? There is also a captain of the senior high school. It's Akagi Steel Wire. Brother Akagi Akiko. It's from the entire Shangbei basketball team. A scholastic player. Looks a bit like a star. So our Huadao called him Vajra. Siege the city and the fields. It is the empty goal guard of Shangbei basketball team. Senior high school students. As a basketball player. Very short. Only 1.68 meters. Although not tall. But it's very fast. It's the entire Kanagawa line. One of the best empty point guards. This Shangbei basketball team. It's from Kanagawa line. It's the whole most of the game. They are all on the Kanagawa line. Between high schools. The last two teams won. Just the top two on the Kamichiyama line. You can go to other national leagues. Let's talk about this process. Then there is another player. Called Mitsui Ho. A three-point shooter. Height 1.84 meters tall. Birthday May 22. Scoring guard. The shooting god is accurate. But at the beginning of the comic. He is a bad boy. Actually, when he was in junior high school. Basketball is very good. Once won the MVP. The title of the most stunning player. Later, he also. Shangbei coach. Rest coach's attraction. Coming to Shangbei. According to his strength. He can go to a better high school. As soon as I entered high school. Knee injured. Sinking into a bad boy. Stayed until the third year of high school. He and Akagi Steel Wire are first class. They are all from the third year of high school. And he and 1.68 meters. There are personal grudges in Siege of Fertile Fields. It's a siege of harsh fields. I also think I'm very awesome. He's one level smaller than Mitsui. Mitsui thinks. You little guy. Why dare you be so rampant? He thinks. Can't play basketball. Just very angry. Who beats well? He just dislikes him. So the two started fighting. It's just him who thinks. Others can play basketball smoothly. Why don't I? Both of them will be injured due to a fight. Plus Fab continued the game. So Shangbei lost 2 yuan in a short time. However, when Sakuragi Hanamichi and Liu Changfeng joined, Project Liang Chan and Sanjingshu have also returned. So a new and relatively strong Shangbei formed. Then the sixth character of the entire team is Mumu. Height 1.78 meters. Competent on July 12. It is the best sixth person in Shangbei. This person has no characteristics. Wear glasses. But it's a very hard work. A person who loves basketball very much. So in this comic. It's also quite popular. Then these people. Everyone has a distinction. All have their own fans. This is also a very successful story in this comic. It's this comic. All portrayed images. Including opponents. All have distinctive characteristics. Everyone will have a fixed fan base. So fans of this comic. Although they are not at the same time. Support the same person. In fact, in the 1990s. At that time in Japan. Not very popular basketball. They're most popular. Baseball and football. Basketball is completely unpopular. But the author chose this unpopular sport as a subject. Written as a comic. Let countless Japanese high school students begin to like and love. Is the author good at basketball? He probably likes basketball very much. He didn't say this. Compared to the basketball team coach. Called Coach of Rest. Looks a bit like KFC like a grandpa. Then British Flower Road and Liu Chuanfeng. After joining. The whole comic is in the first game. It's a practice game. Compared to the difficulty of spiritual. This spiritual difficult team. In the whole comic. It's very important. Because of the spiritual difficult team. Have a very important role. Called the Immortal Way. This character is very popular. I like him. I think I'm reading this comic. Most people start. Everyone likes him to start. He is the same as Liu Chuanfeng. When I first entered high school. It's super emerging. But he is 1 year older than Liu Chuanfeng. He's super emerging. Liu Chuanfeng is still in his original intention. Xiandao and Liu Chuanfeng. The biggest difference. It's just that Liu Chuanfeng is not very cohesive. He is a lonely genius. Like to fight alone. The immortal Taoist is very. Playing ball is attractive. The prestige is also very high in the team. Very handsome. A handsome name. Good character. So in this comic. Popularity is comparable to Liu Chuanfeng. Count 1 and 2. The surname Xiandao. It's really available in Japan. In Choding County. But the number is very small. Probably no more than some. It's a surname from a place name. That village is called Xiandao Village. The whole village is called Xiandao. Then I just said. Among all the characters of Master Guanlan. Among the popularity rankings of women voting. The first place is Liu Chuanfeng. The second place is Immortal. Who is the third place? The third place is Mitsui Ho. Just an arrogant genius. A handsome and good person. With a bad boy. They are all very popular. It can be seen that everyone likes this comic. The angles you like are different. Then Lingnan High School. It's much better than Xiangbei. Last year, the whole of Hunan province was very weak. Project Mitsui are not here. So Lingnan once overwhelmed Xiangbei. It is said that the score difference is more than 100 points. And in the National League selection tournament last year, Xiangbei was eliminated in the first round. And Lingnan entered the top 4. So at the beginning of this game, everyone thinks Lingnan will definitely win. But I didn't expect Xiangbei to join the new. With the blessing of Liu Chuanfeng and Firefly Flower Stove. He actually tied with Lingnan. It's a center forward of Akagi Steel Line team. Looks a bit like a gorilla. Called Yuzhu two-way team. Then Liu Chuanfeng's team arrived first. Both sides play a tie. And the match between Firefly Flower Stove. It was the first game in his life. Because I don't understand the rules. Dream Name is a wonderful variety of sorrows. And he can't shoot at all. But because he is very tall. Very good power. So he can do 2 things. One is a slam dunk. Another thing is to grab basketball. These are 2 skills he learned in the first place. Finally, Sakuragi Hanamichi scored a goal. Overtake the score. Very excited at Sakuragi Hanamichi. Very happy. First, a counterattack is only 1 goal left. So the first practice game. It ended with Xiangbei losing to the Spirit Basket again. But during this game, Gongchen Liangjie and Sanjing Beast have not returned yet. So the strength of the entire Xiangbei is not the strongest. Okay to this location. A quarter of the content of the entire comic. That is, there is only 1 game. Next is the qualifiers for the national finals. Only the top 2 on Kanagawa line. Only then can you enter the national finals. In this qualifier, the first encounter in Xiangbei is called Sanputai Gafen. Sanputai is the top 4 teams. Strong also. And Sanpu Station at the beginning of the competition. It's also overwhelmingly advantageous. It's mainly because of the Xiangbei scene. The main players were not ruled out. Like Liu Changfeng English Flower Road. Mitsui Tree Miyato's fertile land was not even available. It's because of these fights. Because Miyacho Liangda and Mitsui Tree. So the rest coach did not shoot them. Then the main force in this game. Only Akagi Steel Wire. That is to say, it's similar to last year's lineup. So at the beginning of the game, 3 or 5 rows were twisted directly. Later, rest coach. Put Liu Chuanfeng Sanling. Contacted by the public. Sakuragi Hanamichi is all sent to the stage. This situation immediately goes against the fight 3 or 5 rows so hard that I can't find the north. This means this year's strength. It must be able to enter the first 4 shots. In fact, except for Akagi Steel Wire. 4 people left. I've never seen it before. So this year. This Xiangbei is shocking. Why is it so powerful? Where did it come out? Then in this game, Eaglewood Slider learned to serve for the first time. So he serves like this. Thrown like this. Everyone was stunned. There are also thrown like this. Then someone said. In fact, NBA players. There is a very legendary player. This is how people throw it away. Very awesome. So you can't shoot in a shot. I'm sure if this person is powerful or not. No one has seen it before. This red-headed speech. After this game. Almost never played in the game. Eagle with sliders will learn. A new skill. The author also passed. Every new skill. Tell the audience. Some basketball rules. And some basketball skills. Then after defeating the 3 rows, the author skipped 3 games directly. Just say that Shangbei is as powerful as a bamboo shoot. 4 consecutive victories in the qualifiers. Just win another game. You can enter the 4 games of the line. After entering 4 games, start the round robin. Cycle the top 2. And this decision. We can try to get into 4 games. The most important opponent in the game. It's Xiangyang High School. Xiangyang High School was the second limited enemy last year. The most powerful player in Xiangyang. Called Tang Genjis. He is a senior high school student. His biggest feature is, he is both a player and a coach. Right. So the team is not in crisis. He won't play. He can only. Everyone tells me to. When will this coach be played? Only then can you truly see the strength of Xiangyang High School. He won't play. Even if you don't have any real effort, I'll give you a call. If he really feels he's going to meet an opponent. The coach was injured. Then this game. The most outstanding player. It's the 3 scenery beast. 3 scenery beasts suddenly awaken in this game. The previous game was not in good shape. Nothing can be done. This is awakening the 3 scenery beasts. Under the will of Eagle Wood Flower Road. Shangbei defeated Xiangyang. Enter 4 games. Entered the round robin tournament. What we say at this speed. Only then can I finish the content of these 6 years. Can't be too detailed. After entering the round robin. Meet in the first game. First place last year. Hainan University returned to high school. Hainan has been a county for 16 consecutive years. Known as the King of Hainan. Hainan's core love is called Mu Shenichi. He is a senior high school student. Captain's empty point guard. Known as the #1 player in Kanagawa Prefecture. He is known as the Emperor of Shenzhen. The Imperial Tree of Kanagawa Prefecture. Don't have any impression. This game is very important. Can you have an impression of the spirit? What's the impression of my heart? It's because Hainan has no handsome players. Mu is not that handsome. Mu looks quite mature player. Even what is the name of the team member? Can't remember clearly. It doesn't matter. Didn't I recall it this time? No worries about watching movies. Of course the movie was performed. It seems to be a match against Sanwang. Mu should be off stage. Of course, except for Mu. Every player in Hainan is excellent. This game just started. Both players performed well. Especially in Mu Flower Road. Good condition. At this time, the Hainan coach suddenly sent a bench player who has not played for 3 years. Specializes in hand gaze slitting peaches. This player is called Kraft. Only 1.60 meters tall. Weight 42 kilogram. Thin and small. As a result, this kid's interference. The eagle is totally strong. Why is this happening? It's because Hainan coach found out. The stronger the eagle is, the weaker the player. It's just that someone can inspire fighting spirit. He inspires a lot of money. But if you find a player who is not very good, what to visit him? He doesn't know what he should do. That's it. So Sakuragi suddenly failed. Of course, the biggest crisis in northern Hunan. Not yet in Sakuragi, but soon after. The core of the team, Takashi Akaji, was injured first. Sakuragi Hanamichi is not in state. Akaji was injured. In this crisis, the wind blew up. One person provoked a large number of Hainan tied in the first half. Due to the outstanding performance of Shangbei players. Inspired Hainan. Wood's fighting spirit. Wood suddenly evolved. No one can do it. Both sides played very badly in the second half. In the last few seconds, Shangbei is still 2 points behind Hainan. Akaji grabs the column ball and passes it to me. 3 books of Mitsui. Just enter and win. But it's a pity. After taking action, opponent player interferes with a player. The ball went wrong and didn't go in. Sakuragi Flower Road leaps high. Grab the rebound. 3 seconds left. Sakuragi Hanamichi is about to pass the ball to Akaji's ball inside. Have you been accidentally? Pass the ball to the opponent. A player who looks very similar to Akaji. Called Gaoshayima. The players above were stunned at that time. You passed the ball to him. Shangbei is the last Sakuragi Hanadao. Passing mistake. Lost the game. The score is locked at 88-90. This is also after entering the qualifiers. The first game to lose to North. But this is a round-robin race. It doesn't matter if you lose one. Not a knockout match. After the game, We regretted it very much. So I will never admit it. Liu Chanfeng ran over and said, "Don't take yourself too high. Not because you lost." Hawk screen's determination to reflect on itself. Replace yourself into a buzz cut. The Hawk screen has its own head in the second half. It was originally called the head of the plane. Before Japan there was Britain. Once very popular. Elvis's head. It can also be seen from this action. For Akagi Pavilion. Hawkeye who comes to play basketball. I've gradually started to fall in love with basketball. He has begun to care about the win or loss of the game. Then that's it. The whole comic is half over. So in order to improve the level of Sakura, let this teammate have no shortcomings. Akagi starts training Sakura slide. He won't shoot. So Akagi taught him. Shooting is actually very simple. It's right-hand shot. Just hold your left hand gently. So you remember. Gently hold the left hand. Cast. Hold on. Cast. That's fine. Remember this Sakura slide. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. This practice. Then during this shooting practice. This comic describes it. In the entire 8 games. The only game that has nothing to do with Shangbei. It's Hainan versus Lingnan. It's Mu versus Shang Shandao's game. Both of them claim to be the best player on Kanagawa line. Everyone wants to know. Who are these two people better? So this article was written by the author. Actually, it's a fairy. That's the most interesting game. It's in the last few seconds. Lingnan lags behind Hainan 2 points. Xian Dao takes the ball. Flip over quickly. Immortal Dog just enter. They'll tie. It's a real fight. It's him who fights back quickly. Just enter it. But suddenly slowed down. This Wood is chasing behind. He just wanted Mu to catch up with him on purpose. He just wanted to shoot and let Wood foul. He threw the ball into it. Add to this foul. He serves the ball. Must win. So he deliberately slowed down the ball. This Wood catches up. Say it's hard to catch up. Just now I'm going to stop his ball. Suddenly I feel. Take your hand away. Run away first. No one stops me. This ball was entered. There is such a description. Is it going to tie today? Just a 10 game. If you come first, you won't be fine. It's the top showdown. It feels like a millimeter away. Mu suddenly realized something was wrong. Can't stop him. One hand. Everyone is flying. After going to Lingnan again. Hainan has ensured. The first place is now. The national military competition that directly advanced. Then the Eagle Tree Flower Path. After practicing pitching. The next game will be Zero South versus Shangbei. Who won this game? Who is second? You can enter the national general. That is to say, this game. It's a life and death battle for both sides. Before this game, Coach Zeronan analyzes Shangbei's weaknesses. The coach said Shangbei has 4 major weaknesses. The first one is the Shangbei player. Many fouls. If possible. If they are inducing fouls, they may be worried about being sent. So the leader is the leader. Especially the Yin Wood Flower Channel. Before this, basically they were sent. More than 5 fouls have not been in the game. The second weakness below. Just a lack of bench players. Just one body. Is relatively mediocre. Just send the next one. No one can change it. The meaning of the third weakness. Coach Lin Nan likes it very much. Where are the 6 people in Shangbei? It's a player over you. It's Inmu Flower Path. When he doesn't understand. There is a vague person. Our team is professional. They have an amateur. Coming on the field. Just don't want to accept them. Their team is too weak. Nothing good players are going to them. Those who are better at their team. It's all because of Coach Rest. And the most important thing is, he won't shoot. One of the 5 people. I'm sure I won't make a shot. Isn't that good? The fourth weakness. It was before this game. Coach Rest suddenly fell ill. So this game. There will be no coaching guidance. So Linglan thinks. They have a great chance of winning. What's the result? Just as Coach Linglan analyzed. Compared to the problem. But I didn't expect. In this game. Someone broke out. They analyzed it completely before. Not analyzed. It's this bench player Meng Meng. Although Meng Meng has no characteristics. But he has been doing this for the past 3 years. All are training basketball at customers. So the performance is very stable. In times of crisis. Other players are psychologically affected. All kinds of influences are not enough. He has always been very stable. No problem at all. Save Shangbei in times of crisis. That's the game. Meng Meng acquired a large number of fans. And there is another misjudgment. It's the third weakness. Ingmu. Although Ingmu is a passerby. Don't know anything. But because he doesn't know anything. So his running position is unpredictable. It was disrupted directly. Various arrangements for Coach Lingnan. He always appears in the unexpected place for the coach. Finally, it's Sakuragi Hanadao. An air relay dunk. 10 points locked to defeat Lingnan. Compared with advanced national finals. So far, the entire comic is over 70%. I'm talking about this speed, too. 30% left. It's part of the national finals. Actually cartoons. It's over to this place. The cartoon did not perform in the national finals. The comics also acted later. No. Before entering the national finals, there will be a week of adjustment. In this week, Coach Angie shot at Sakuragi Hanado. Devilish training. Let him shoot 20,000 goals a week. Sakuragi Hanamichi started to rush. About 20,000 goals this week. It is said that it is possible to achieve. If you shoot 12 hours a day. 4 shots per minute. This is the most. But if the player shoots at this pace. Basically, this person is gone. Explains Sakuragi Hanao. Still not like ordinary people. Okay, next, let's talk about the national finals. The national finals begin in a week. The national finals are eliminated. Go home if you lose. When Shangbei players see the matchup chart. All frightened. Their first game was against Osaka's Fengdao High School. Although Fengyu High School is very good. But they are really scared of Fengyu High School. But even if they defeated Fengyu High School, their next game will face the strongest in the country. Sanwang Industrial High School. This Shanwang High School. All fists are balled. Every player is like a god of war. Then after defeating Fengyu High School, we skipped Fengyu High School. Go straight to the end. After defeating Fengyu High School, Coach Rest took out a videotape. Show to all the players who compare. What's it? It's the way for Sanwang High School players to play. In the 1990s, you said the internet is not yet developed. Almost no network. Want to know the opponent's players? Or go to the scene to watch the competition. Or watch the videotape. Before watching this video, all players have never seen them. Sano High School players playing basketball. And the coach deliberately prevented them from watching. Don't let them contact. I'm afraid they will lose information after reading it. Sure enough, after watching the video for them, everyone was stunned. I can't speak. Some people say, I'll go out and have a breath. Just a group of super people. The team formed. On the other hand, Sano also watched the Shangbei game. The expression is also very serious. That is to say, people like Shanwang, not some people who are Mukone. They also value every team member. They also think Shangbei is very difficult to deal with. After all, the commemorative Shangbei. It's different from previous years. Inside the Shanwang team, there is a talented player. It's also their core, called Zebei. This person is equivalent to Liu Chuanfeng and Shendao's, an upgraded version. Age is Liu Chuanfeng. The first level and the first level of immortality are inside the Shanwang team. There is also a center. It's equivalent to an upgrade of Akaji Steel Wire. Imu Huaya Gangtan Akaji Steel Wire. Called Gorilla. Call it Vajra. He cares about that person. Called Super King Kong. That person is He-chan. The two Herchin brothers. My brother is very powerful. Although my brother is not that good at playing basketball. But it's also the strength of the team. My brother is like a giant. Then the battle above Shangbike. What is the last game of the comic? The content of this game. It accounts for 20% of the entire comic. That is 1%. And this 1% content, 80% is describing the second half. Previous matches of various teams in Shanbake. Actually, it's not very smooth. After being forced into a desperate situation, a player suddenly explodes. Drive the whole team by one person. Then in the match with Sanwang, who broke out? In fact, all players. In addition, the coach's outbreak caused. Then the rest coach studied it all night. After a lot of game videos of Sano. Draw a conclusion. It is Shangbei City has a chance to defeat. But a strange move is needed. Rest coach's strategy. When I came simple, I said. As the core of the team, Akaji Rigidity and Liu Chuanfeng must be nailed to death by the other party. No chance to play at all. So this game. Only rely on 3 people. Conspiracy Flower Path. Successful good body and 3 scenery beasts. Especially the conspiracy. Because the other party will not pay so much attention. Yes. 3 scene beasts are a state player. Stay good. Can enter without physical strength. If you are in bad condition, just don't enter. What should he do if he is in good shape next year? So they all considered. Just so some cautious players. As a result, in the match against Shan Wang, 3 scenery beasts critical. Just can't keep up with the physical strength. But how to invest in money? So come on. The 3 people's super rewards. Just let the Shan Wang stop. At the beginning of this game, the whole audience cheered for Shan Wang. Because no one believes. The Mountain King of War in North Hunan. The King of Mountain is the undefeated king. And second place in the country. All are several levels apart. So because Shangbei came, extra long performance. So the audience has become a little quieter. Seeing that this situation is wrong, San Wang's coach immediately sent Hotan's younger brother, that giant, guarding the hawk screen. Their eagle screen is much bigger. It knocked the eagle curtain away in an instant. How did the hawk screen know the result? Not only is it explosive, power is not inferior to this big piece. After all, a man who has never lost a fight. So actually Hotan is the location. It's not possible to limit the hawk screen. First half of the game. With the outstanding performance of Mitsui and engineering in Hawk Y. Xiang Bo actually 36-34. 2 points lead ended the first half. This is beyond everyone's expectations. So in the second half, Shan Wang took out his secret category and started to fight back. Good looking at the category of households is called regional oppression. Zoo press. Just play basketball. Generally, to maintain physical strength. It's all human gaze. Just look at one person. Area oppression is not. Whoever takes the ball. Pay attention to everyone. This tactic is very useful. But it takes a lot of energy. Not something that ordinary teams can implement. This is Shan Wang's unique skill. Then pass the area pressure. Shan Wang immediately turned his body. Begin to suppress Shangbei. At that time, Hainan's heyday. It was also lost in Shan Wang's regional oppression. So after the Shan Wang first regional pressure, Hainan players sitting underneath are divided into. Shangbei has no chance. And it's not just regional oppression. San Wang's talented player, Zebei News, just beat Shangbei so hard that he couldn't find him. Zebei beat Shangbei so hard that he couldn't find him. On the other hand, as Coach Archie expected, Liu Chuanfeng and Akaji Steel Wire, Zebei and Wada were beaten by the other party. Nothing can be done completely. Basically Hotan. It's just better than Akaji. In one place. Comics have instructions. Why is Hotan so powerful? It's because of Wada. When I first entered high school. Actually, he's a small man. But in the whole 3 years of high school, the higher the growing into a stroke. Originally, it was a lung injection. Because he keeps rising. So where does he play? Continuously changing. By the time he was in his senior year, he's played any position. You can hit any position. Although very tall. It's been a big stroke in the Akaji gang line. Then with the performance of Amma and Zebei, the King of Shan not only rebelled, it also widened the gap of more than 20 points. Usually the gap is widened by San Wang by more than 20 points. It's impossible to reverse. It's quite announcing the death penalty. So at this time, all players' emotions are at their lowest point. Feeling that I have no hope. The audience off the court also felt that there might be no hope in comparison. At this time, Coach Archie replaced the Hawk Screen. Hawk Screen is very angry. The game is not over yet. Why did I get it? Hawk Screen thought the coach also felt that the game was hopeless. Don't you know this is the beginning of the true mission of Hawk Screen? Coach Rest explains to Hawk Screen. Look, we don't shoot. The opponent grabs the rebound. A counterattack against us. Score 2 points. If we get the rebound, we are investing again. That is to say, rebounding determines 4 points. Those who win rebounds win the world. And you're the rebounder. Rest Coach is actually. Put all your hopes on the Hawk Screen. After understanding Coach Rest's intentions, the Eagle screen suddenly broke out. After being photographed again, all attention is on rebounding. No one can steal him. No matter how tall you are. Anyway, he will always jump higher than you. Of course, Sakuragi. This awakening is not enough. Later Akaji also awakened. Akaji awakening. It's because the fish pillars awaken. Akaji felt at first. I'm being guarded. Can't do anything. No hope anymore. Fish pillars that have been retired at this time. It's that big man, Lingnan. After coming, he has become a sushi professional. His family is a sushi restaurant. He's here in sushi clothes. Say something to Akaji. That means he just entered high school. When I started playing basketball. Just grow tall. Nothing can be done. Being ridiculed by many people. Later he tried his best to practice. He found out how he practiced. Not as powerful as Akaji. Akagi is a player he admires very much. He thinks I don't have talent. I'm not suitable for basketball. But then the coach told him, not that you're good at playing. You have a teammate named Xiandao. You can rely on him. I want to practice myself very well. Nothing wrong. But our team has never won or lost. What's important is to win our team. He suddenly understood. Say I'm part of the team. I'm not trying to train myself to be a Superman. More than everyone. Our team wins. He told Akagi this. After Akagi heard it, awakened suddenly. Say I always think I'm the core of the team. Only if I play, we can win. We have the opportunity to turn defeat into victory. Actually, that's not the case. I should trust my team more. Akagi, after awakening, no longer care about whether you can perform. Start passing the ball to Mitsui to others. He got the ball. He just thought I had to throw this ball into. If I don't invest, I won't be able to. As a result, there is a more convenient person behind him. He can't make a vote. This time he understood. What is important is contribution to the team, not your own performance. Mitsui has always been in good condition. Grow quickly. Nothing to raise. Children keep grabbing basketball. Of course the other way around. Shan Wang's offensive is getting stronger and stronger. Shan Wang, Zebei. I've never said it. He is in very good condition, too. Liu Chuanfeng enters A. He just entered one. Liu Chuanfeng enters A. He just entered one. Liu Chuanfeng does not enter. He also entered one. No one can stop it. This person is completely unstoppable. This place. The comics are also introduced. Why is Zebei so powerful? Zebei is actually one. I've accepted it since childhood. People trained by elite basketball. His father. Just a very good basketball player. And since childhood. Zebei shows amazing basketball talent. So his father built a basketball court at home. From then on, Zebei was not only going to school. Spend almost all your time on the basketball court. He also likes playing basketball. He wasn't forced. He was born to play basketball. The greatest pain in his life is that there is no opponent. After he entered the Shan Wang, it also became the core of Sanwang. It feels like Dugu Chobai. So Zebei decided to finish the game. After Sanwang wins, he went to the United States to play basketball. There is no rival in Japan. In this regard, it is the same as Liu Chuanfeng's ambition. Liu Shanfeng told Coach Anchi before. He doesn't think he has any opponent. Go to the United States to play basketball. Coach Anchi said. You're not the #1 player in Japan now. What are you doing in the United States for playing basketball? At least you are not as good as the immortal Wei now. Say this. So Liu Shanfeng went to find Xiandao to take a single choice. Go talk about him. Xiandao went to play basketball with him. As a result, the two of them fought to the end. It's dark until it's been. The immortal saying, I'll go home again. Liu Shanfeng said. Say what do you think of me? The immortal saying, you're pretty awesome. But if the game is played, I won't lose to you. What's the meaning? It's Liu Chuanfeng. He doesn't pass the ball. Because he has never lost alone. So he got the ball. He must be extraordinary. He never passes the ball. But Xiandao can pass the ball. So play the game. Xiandao thinks he will definitely not lose. Then Liu Chuanfeng asked the immortal, is there a better guy than you? I remember. There seems to be a Kitazawa. Maybe it's Kitazawa. I'll leave. Then Liu Chuanfeng remembers. I must find this Kitazawa. Defeat Kitazawa. I'm the #1 in Japan. He thinks so. But I can't find this Kitazawa. Later this time. Why can't you find it? It's Liu Chuanfeng this time. During the match against Sano. While dribbling. This Zebei fell. Not Kitazawa. It's Zebei. Now famous for violating discipline. Now he remembers it wrong. He's been looking for the wrong person. It turned out to be this guy. He was thinking, how could there be such a powerful guy? Wouldn't Kitazawa be even more powerful? Later I reacted. Not Kitazawa. It's Zebei. Didn't hear it. Not alone. Yes. Then suddenly reacted. This opposite is. After he challenges Zebei, Yu Chuanfeng passed the ball for the first time. the Xiangbei player who received the ball. All Xiangbei players on the field were stunned. Liu Chuanfeng passed the ball for the first time. Just when Liu Chuanfeng passed the ball, it means he surpassed Zebei for the first time. After that, Zebei really didn't prevent Liu Chuanfeng, because he passed it twice. Zebei hesitated for the third time. He wants to pass it or pass. He must have passed by someone before, so it's easy to guard against. I don't know he's going to pass on this time. He thought he was going to pass. In other words, Liu Chuanfeng evolved. His evolution, a little bit similar to Chino Steel Wire. That means they always think they are the most powerful. Must complete the kill yourself. In fact, the outcome of the game is clear and personal. It's from this point in time. Begin to further. The gap in this game has also begun to go further. At this time, a ball suddenly flew out of the field again. Sakuragi's slide flew out. Finally, I saved the ball. The Akagi steel wire suddenly rang in his ear, recalling a voice. Just his sister once told him. Said Sakuragi slide may be the savior of our comparison. Such a tall man and jumping so high. It will definitely be very powerful in the future. Maybe it's what we are sad about. He suddenly remembered this sentence. Inoue flower path is flying in the air. Akagi said as soon as he thought about it. Then after Inoue Huadao rescued the ball, flying out by himself. I can't stand up after being injured. Then he fell into a coma. Enter a state of death-like illness. His mind started running the marble, recalling the time he played basketball. It's a back training. Let's start with this game and train meditation. His shooting. He didn't know anything at the beginning. Finally, he kept training. The scene when he saw Akagi. He heard Akagi tell him. Then he suddenly stood up. Said something strangely. Just say this. His words were a lie. That's what was originally a lie. Then Inoue Huadao ignores the coach. Teammates stopped him. Returned to the field again. Then the audience stood up. Cheer for Inoue Huadao. Say this red-headed guy is back. It's just that everyone in the audience can see it. Just this guy's efforts. At this time the game. 2 minutes to end. The difference between the scores between the two sides is only 5 points. 69 to 74. Then after both sides scored goals. What about the offensive goals of both sides? Stopped by the Marquis. Quick goal of Siege. Pass to Sanjing. Mitsui three-pointer. The opponent intercepts foul. This three-pointer has also been scored. Chase a ball. Next up will be 4. The quick effect of the score gap to 1 point. 75 to 76. Only 1 point behind. At this time. 47 seconds left before the end of the game. Then the 3 kings enter. The 3 kings He-chan made a layup. Intercepted by Akagi. The ball fell into Zebei's hands. Zebei made a layup and was intercepted by Eagle Kadeno again. After the ball bounces away. Liu Chuanfeng made a layup. He-chan intercepted again. The intercepted ball flew out. Fly into the hands of Eaglewood Flower Road. Eaglewood is holding the ball. Looking at Liu Chuanfeng. Then he actually passed the ball to Liu Chuanfeng. This is the first time in Eaglewood Flower Road. Pass the ball to Liu Chuanfeng. He hates Liu Chuanfeng the most. He didn't pass on Liu Chuanfeng before. Liu Chuanfeng didn't tell him either. At this moment, Eaglewood Flower Road abandons past grudges. Pass the ball to him. He hates Liu Chuanfeng the most. Where is Liu Chuanfeng? Slam dunk score. Let Xiangbei. At this moment. Overtake the score. What's the end of the game? 22 seconds left. At this time. The whole audience was in full bloom. Just as everyone thought. When Xiangbei wants to win. An ancestor in Zebei guides the way. Bypass all defenses. San Wang overturned the score again. The score is 78 to 77. At this time, there are only 9 seconds before the end of the game. No one stopped Zebei on stage. Just when everyone thought Xiangbei was over. Just look at a guy with a red head. Run quickly to the front court. Just like the Immortal Path back then. That's the last few balls of Immortals. When it was in northern Hunan. Just Xiandao ran to the front alone. Just saw Hawk Screen running to the front alone. Then he shouted that King Kong passed the ball to me. As soon as Akagi saw him, he was about to pass the ball. Brother Wada of the Sanwang. Wow, a soldier came up to intercept him. Passing route is blocked. At this time, he saw Liu Chuanfeng. Liu Chuanfeng rushed over. Passed the ball to Liu Chuanfeng. Liu Chuanfeng took the ball player and said, "See how I kill the Mountain King." He dribbled forward. Jumped up. The other party Zebei and Hotan. Two people came up to intercept. No chance to shoot. At this time, He Guang. I saw Inmu next to me slipping. Inmu slipped and stood alone. Just hold your left hand gently. Liu Chuanfeng passed the ball to him. Hold the ball gently with your left hand. One-time vote. 0 seconds. BC ends. Compared to the final 79 to 78. This is the last ball of the entire comic. Sakuragi, who is the most unlucky in shooting, used the poses it is the worst. It invested 20,000 times. So this action is to remember. Not a slam dunk. Although this comic is called Slam Dunk. And this ball was passed by the wind. That is to say, all the impossible things in this comic, a situation that was previously thought impossible, all appear at the last moment. Founded the life in Shangbei. Next, this comic suddenly entered the north. Just talk about the battle between Shangbei and Sano. Even though the final victory. But I tried my best. In the competition with Love River Academy after this. Being crushed and eliminated. The national power of Shangbei ends here. That is to say, he defeated the king of last year. The king defeated in the second round. I'll lose energy in the next round. This is not the final. This is the second round. He has drawn it for the truth. So others ask, why didn't I write a game later? I'll tell you why I didn't write it. The next shot is Inmu Huadao, sitting alone on the beach by the sea, looking at the letter Akaji Ayoko wrote to him. Shangbei is a world that does not exist. He is alluding to the sunny beach in Hunan. Sakuragi Hanamichi read this letter on this beach. The letter said, Sakuragi-jun, are you okay? Is the rehabilitation training still going well? Sakuragi suffered a back injury. Always doing rehabilitation training. Akaji Sperm says, I'm now the manager of Shangbei. The former manager was called Talent. My brother Akaji is going to raise blood. So retired. Mumu also retired. Their senior year graduated and retired. Mitsui Beast will retire after the winter season. He became the next captain in 2 days of siege. From now on, I will write to you every month. This is the job of the team manager. By the way, where is Liu Chuanfeng? We'll be back from the national team soon. This time I gave a shot. Just Liu Chuanfeng. Isn't he sitting on the beach? Liu Chuanfeng runs on the beach. Run to this screen. After the front. Take off your clothes and shoes. Grow up. Japan puts clothes on the box. Keep running. Actually does not exist. He imagined it. Just very angry. I hope you get better soon. What about our team? All are waiting for you to come back. Your favorite basketball. Waiting for you too. The letter is over. After the screen stands up. Just turn around. Go towards the hospital. Suddenly Zhao Wei said something. The end of this comic. After the comic ended like this. Why is the end so sudden? There were so many competitions I didn't write. What about this question? In 2000. What about the Japanese HK? There are fierce words on the scene interview. Tell me why this comic ended suddenly. Why didn't I write it later? The author gave the answer. It was when he was writing the national competition. It's already decided. To make this game. As the last game. Because he thinks. He can no longer write it. A more exciting game than this one. That is to say, the author. In this game. It's inspiration and imagination. So actually many people. Hope it can make this comic. Write down all. Of course it also caused. None of them later. Sports comics. Get a master. First class quality. Because it's a perfect work. No mud and water. So if you guys know this comic. If you are interested. I might as well watch the latest movie. It probably will arouse you. Many memories of the past. Then this comic. The reason why it can be in one. A country where basketball is not popular. Great success. There are several reasons for the analysis. The first one is in this comic. Each character image. All have some psychological troubles. It is common in Japanese high school students. Deep inside. For example, conspiracy. That's what kind of. No discovery at all. What kind of potential is the young man who has money? They thought they could not do anything. Don't know anything. Not interested in anything. But don't you know the body? Huge energy hidden. All you need is an opportunity. And the courage to persevere. The opposite of the conspiracy. It's Liu Chuanfeng. Just as a genius. Such a pain. Pay an unimaginable price. Although everyone thinks genius is a good thing. But in fact, it's only after the genius. How many of them are? Then the engineering good day. Short stature. Not suitable for basketball. But he loves basketball. He finally took advantage of this disadvantage in his figure. Turned him into an advantage that can contribute to the team. So sometimes disadvantages are not really disadvantages. It's your characteristic. Then sometimes I get an MVP from junior high school. A very outstanding talented player. Degenerate into a bad boy. Then he returned to the team from a bad boy. Life is so great and blessed. There are people like this, too. Continuously obtaining results. Failed to be frustrated. Received results and suffered setbacks. And this comic will tell you. As long as you want. You can leave the valley. It's people entering the valley. Often it is not caused by the surrounding elements. It's because of yourself. You can't get out by yourself. People will enter the road of life at the bottom. There will be some discomforts and setbacks. Just how do you treat them? Of course, these characters with various characteristics and life, alluding to the hearts of all young people, make them resonate. So they all love and humiliate. Especially infectious for young people. Okay, let me talk about it at the end. Our 5th anniversary of the meal books. It's about to end. Audiences who want to buy. Don't miss it.